Stick.
How you doing this week, man?
All right, yeah, not too bad. Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
You?
yeah. I can't complain. I can't complain. I have come prepared this week.
Yes.
Last week, if you guys listened to last week, we did School of Rock 2. Pretty fun, so on and so forth. Anyway, before all that, Cameron decided to quiz me with like the initials of movies, and I had to guess what the movie was.
Yes.
So this week, we're saying uno reverso to that. We're flipping it on his head, and I have a list of films for
It's
Cameron.
my turn.
Are you ready for this?
Yep.
So, yeah, just for those at home, if you didn't get that, I'm just going to say the initials. Cameron's going to tell me what the movie is.
Play
So,
along. See how many you get right.
uh, SMITP. No, I spelled that wrong. That's my fault.
Oh.
SMITSV.
SMITSV. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
MITSV. Superman.
No, but you're on the right lines.
Okay. SMITPV.
Uh, ITSV.
SV.
Yeah. You're on the right lines when you're like, man.
So it's not Superman.
It's not Superman.
What? This is a lot harder than it seems.
Right?
Um, rest IT,
So it's S man.
yeah,
But
IT.
what's the S?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There we go. Had to think. SMIT
SV.
SV.
Or maybe just S. But it says SV here.
Into the Spider-Verse. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Ding.
Hooray.
Yeah. Alright, the second one. TBB.
EBB.
TBB. Would you like a hint? Because this is a smaller one.
The
And they're
Berenstein
quite
Bears.
It
uh, for Bumblebee. I don't think
is
that's a
not for
film.
Bumble. No.
Here, give me a hint. Go for it.
Okay, it's a. I feel like if I save it, it's a DreamWorks film. It's also, depending what circles you travel in, quite a popular internet meme.
The
Like a
Bee
meme of
movie.
a meme of a movie. It's not the B movie.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's two B's.
Uh, well, it got nominated for Best Animated Picture.
That just goes straight over my head.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
No, give me a sec.
Okay.
TVB. The? Is it the? Does it start
It
with
is the. It does start with the.
the? It ain't that monster one.
It's not.
Um, trying to go through a DreamWorks movies. Oh, is it that one with the girl in it? She's like really attracted to the guys.
What?
There's a girl in it, and she's like proper like after those guys, and
A girl
I
after.
don't know.
I don't know what you're on about,
No,
but it's
yeah.
it's not this movie.
Oh, I don't know. EBB?
Yeah, I'll give you
The
another clue. It
yeah, last
stars
one.
a reinventing the real uh, alumni, as it were, in Steve Buscemi
Oh yeah,
as Francis. To be fair, that's barely a hint. I think if
yeah.
anything,
That's
that
all.
would confuse me more.
Yeah, that's like his characters in every film.
Exactly. It came out 2017.
Oh no, I'm definitely lost then. Cause
It was
yeah.
The Boss Baby.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Give me another one then. Try it.
Uh, STH.
STH.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
It's a lot more stressed like when it's on the spot,
Something.
isn't it?
Well, no. STH.
STH.
Surviving
No. For the T has been a very common like word that has
the.
come up in the other ones.
Yeah,
If
so
that helps.
the.
Yeah.
So something the something. Is it a person's name? The S.
It is, yeah.
Okay, something the H. Someone the H.
Yeah. You're gonna kick yourself if you don't get this one.
Steve the bartender? No, sorry.
Nah. Just say it again. Keep saying something with the
Something the
H.
H. Something the H. Simon the no. Something
Say,
the
say the letters instead. Say S for H.
S the H. S the H. S the H. S the H. I don't know. I don't know. S the H.
Oh, oh, you're gonna be kicking yourself, man. Um, it stars Ben Schwartz as the titular character.
S the H. Wait. Wait. No, no, I've got nothing. S
I'll
the
give you
H.
one
Yeah,
last
go on.
hint.
Go on.
We've done an episode on this. Rattles brain for episode.
God, we got a big folder now. Um, S the H.
Around episode 20ish, I think.
The big Reinventing the Real fans would be screaming at me right now. Uh,
Episode 18, it was.
huh?
It was
18.
episode 18, yeah. If that helps in any way.
No, I'm blank.
Yeah?
Like, I've got nothing in my head.
Alright, so we're gonna go into the episode after this. So, just
Yeah.
before the theme starts playing, you're gonna get to hear Cameron kick himself. That last one was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay. S the H, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
The two damn cousins out, they're watching movies.
Welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed me struggling there. If you could have saw, like I had my eyes closed for that one. I was trying to rack my brain. I had nothing. Head empty. Today, back to an odd
Reality.
number, and so you know what that means. Hitting the randomizer. No, no gimmicks, no sticks, no
Right.
plans.
Real
Just
name,
gonna
no
let the wind
gimmicks.
take us. Don't know by now. If you're new around here, this is Reinvent the Real, where we take your favorite films, movies, TV shows, games, any piece of media. We rewrite it, we remake it into our own thing, whether that be
Shtick.
a film or a TV show or whatever. Yeah, we just try to keep you entertained for this quarter of an hour. Quarter of an hour? No,
Three
maybe
quarters of an hour.
three
Sure.
quarters.
Something
45
like
minutes. Let's go with that, yeah. Anyway,
that.
if you don't know, you're gonna hear it. Spin that reel.
Real. Going in on the theme of us getting like board game episodes every few weeks.
Oh yeah.
We got Connect 4.
Oh, okay. Or I've got an idea for this, and it's
I
probably not
like
something you're gonna expect, but yeah,
no, but I like it when this happens and you go, "Oh, I have an idea for this," because I feel
yeah,
like those are our best episodes. I'm gonna hit the other randomizers. Oh,
yeah.
I wonder who we're gonna have to star this week, Steve Buscemi or fucking what's his name
We're gonna have to update the
for
randomizers.
randomizers. Yeah,
I think it's
who,
just
like,
the website just likes certain ones. Now it's like,
it
yeah,
really does. Should we do like every 10 episodes? We just give it a mix around.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, let's not do a meet and podcast on the. So we have to include a montage.
Yeah, that works. Say that.
Fuck off! Is this what the hell are
Well,
the odds of that? Like I looked at the list of words, and the one
yeah,
that my eye was drawn to
yeah.
is the one it landed on. We have to
Okay,
include one of the Francos minimum.
okay.
Probably Dave because James is cancelled now or whatever, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Wah,
So,
wah.
yeah, he'll always be my Harry, you know. And it has to have product placement.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sound. Have you got any ideas?
I do not know, but I like going off the back of you.
All right.
Oh my lord, pause. Oh my lord,
So,
that's gonna come back and haunt me. Someone's gonna clip that. Uh, what were you saying?
Connect Four, one of the Francos,
Yeah,
product placement, and what was the other one?
Franco product placement and a montage.
Gonna need a montage. All right, cool.
A montage.
So, initially what came to my head was like I heard Connect Four, and I was like, I want to make this some sort of rom-com or something.
Okay, because like connect.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it follows four different people. Yeah, you know what? I want this to be an early 2000s, like when
Yeah, yeah.
Harry met Jay and those kind of things. You know, like
When Harry met who?
Jane, right? Is that what the film's
Harry met
called?
Sally.
Oh, who's Jane? Where did I get
I
that
don't
from?
know. That's why I was gonna say, who the fuck is Jane? Who's this bitch?
Yeah, well, in the in the vein of that, like they've got like the best friend who's there. He's like comes, gives you advice. Hijinks ensue. Maybe some like a popular song of the time, and those often do have product placements as well. Like you always see, I don't know, Tefal in the background or something. I highly
Yeah.
doubt it's that. It's usually Coca-Cola or whatever. But yeah, um, I'm just gonna go straight into it if you're fine with doing it as a rom-com type
Yeah, I'm
sort
all
of thing.
Gucci.
Okay, so this could be really wholesome as well. To be fair, I might go
Like, when
down.
was
I
the
might
last
end
time
up
we
going
did a
down the
wholesome
wholesome route,
episode?
but I also
Oh,
like the
actually,
whole
yeah.
hijinks ensue rom-com
We
style.
could do both.
Yeah, yeah,
If there are four characters in there,
yeah, maybe.
there's enough room in there for everyone.
Uh, I kind of want to focus on one person as well though,
Yeah.
because I also have another idea. And go tell me if this doesn't sound like it works, but during the middle is like the main character. They go off to like a speed dating type thing where they end up playing Connect Four,
Okay.
or it's like the place is branded as Connect Two or whatever, connect to someone else, but they
Yeah.
have like a connect four board there, and they're like,
Yeah.
so if you like sit down with the person, you go, you play a game of Connect Four. Once that game's over, you switch to the seat, but like you take your time. It's up to you how long you want to spend on that person, how long you want to play the game. But as soon as you like connect, that's when you either swap numbers or move to the
Yeah.
next seat, sort
Or
of thing.
yeah, so like they don't know each. So like going into it, it's like a new form of blind dating,
Yeah,
where like no one, like they're not allowed to disclose their names or anything like that.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So maybe like the protagonist,
Hmm.
the protagoni, whatever. So like the main. Do you want our main character? Do we want him to be a male or female? Who are we following?
I don't know. I don't know, because what we could do could change
Mm.
it and be like, start at this place. You have all these
Yeah,
characters around, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
they like all kind of when they play the game, they explain how they got there, like be it through past relationships, people recommended them.
Yeah,
It's like a whole different thing, and then like that maybe the first 20 to 30 minutes of the film, it would be like, oh, we're all sitting
like
together
setting it up and
and like, hey, this is how I got here, this is how I got here. You go through all these
okay,
characters, and then they're like, after that, the rest of the film is like them going on dates past that, and
okay,
then it's whether they like stay together, if they like each other,
yeah.
like maybe two of them are dating the same person, and then it's like, oh, I like this person, but this person likes this person, and that person like that. Yeah,
No, I get you.
it's all crisscrossing. So it could be something like that,
Okay,
or
what I
maybe it could
want,
just be the one. I don't know. Go on.
yeah, what I wanted to propose then is maybe. So what if we do like the little like, yeah, we get to see them beforehand kind of thing before their dates or whatever.
Yeah,
So it will be like you see them on the date and it'll be like, oh, so did you get up to anything fun today? And then like a little title card will come up and it will say their name and it will
yeah,
like flash back to the beginning of their day or whatever. And what
yeah,
you see is like their days have like intersected at different points
yeah.
throughout the day or whatever.
They
But
cross paths, but they don't know it, sort of thing. Yeah.
exactly, like hoodwinked. I don't know
Yeah.
why that. I don't know why that was my point of reference. But, um, but what I think should happen is whoever our protagonist is, they should be like very like meh about the whole speed dating thing,
Yeah.
or just dating in general.
Yeah.
But then they meet this person and they have a great time. But because like they can't share names or anything, it finishes and they all go their separate ways. And
Ah.
but like they're unable to like secure the bag, as it were.
Mm. Mm.
So they're
Oh,
like
so
shit.
it's like, and at the end of it, they like write down their name and then who they like, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay. Right then. So we get into this. I
let's do
say
it.
I kind of want it to be the main person it starts off with is a girl. We'll call her Jane because I pulled Jane out my
Yeah,
ass
let's
a
do
little
it.
while ago. A little while ago. Pause on that. But yeah, so Jane, she starts. She's like a 30 something maybe. She's
Sorry,
like she's
sorry,
past
that
the
got me.
point of where she like goes out and stuff, and just like she doesn't care about dating at the minute, but like all
Yeah,
her friends are getting married and stuff, and she's like, I
yeah,
kind of want to be that, but
yeah. Maybe you
people
see her
make
at
me
like a
mad.
bachelorette party or something.
Yeah, and like in the office, there's everybody was like, oh, this is my new boyfriend, or this is my look at my kids, look at my beautiful house and like life and that. And in reality, when her day finishes, she goes home, like sticks on some ramen and just watches anime or some stuff like that. I
Yeah,
was like, I don't know.
well, it sounds like my kind of woman.
So,
Good.
uh,
Horizon alone. Yeah,
she like so the film would start and she like looks at this card, and then she looks up and it's like, I don't know, it's like a what are those places called? A place where you have functions, but it's like,
but like a church.
yeah, like a church or something. Yeah, let's go with
Yeah,
that.
I don't.
I,
Yeah, yeah. You know
it's
like how
like just a
churches
big
like
hall,
fun. Yeah,
and she's like, okay, this is the place. He goes in. There's like a massive banner on like the wall, and it's like connect. Connect, it's called, with
Okay.
dating and connect, combining dating and connect four sort of thing. She's like, this is really stupid. Why? How have I got talked into this? And then her mate comes over. It's like she's really bubbly and stuff, and her mate is like the opposite of her, whereas she's always actively trying to find someone, and but
She's
she
like
sleeps
rushing it.
around, and
Yeah.
she doesn't want to settle down, and when she thinks she's like ready for it, she just goes to another man or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, you made it, Jane! I can't believe you're here." She's like, "Oh hi, Sarah." Just pulled the name out again. Uh,
Sarah.
how I can't believe you got me to come to one of these things. Like speed dating isn't my thing. I don't want to date. I'm happy on my own. She's like, oh, you're
Yeah.
missing out, man. Come on, this is supposed to be really cool. I've heard there's like the type of guys you get here are crazy. And then like she's like looking around the room. There's all sort of different characters, and then like yeah, they all look uh odd or something. I don't know. She doesn't like really like the look of them. Something like the other friends like, oh, I don't know, like that one over there, he looks pretty decent. He's like homes in on a guy. He's like, um, he's just an average looking dude. You know, he's fine.
He's just a yeah.
He's just like looking at. He's visually nervous to be there, but yeah, and then they're like, oh, I don't know about him, and then it like cuts over to him, and he's like on his phone getting texts from his friends, and it's like, oh, you got this, don't worry, it's fine. This character, let's call him name.
Eric.
So Eric,
I
he's
love that picture of Eric Andre on my wall for that one. So.
he he's been in a relationship since high school, let's say,
Yeah.
and he's never had anything else since he was 13. He's been with this girl. He's now in his 30s, and about 4 years ago, let's say, she passed away, and he hasn't been able to date, and he's finally like got well enough into himself where he's like, yeah, I'm ready to start dating again. Like, I feel like I can do it. I want to settle down, have a family, create that life that I was going to have with her, do the things that I said that we said we were going to do, but never got
Yeah.
around to doing it because maybe it's her illness or something. And then like he's like, yeah, I'm ready, self assured. Some guy like bumps into him there, like, oh, sorry, mate, how you doing? This is the other guy now. He's like, um, oh, what kind of character should he be?
Uh, like uh, uh like I'm thinking maybe a more put together one,
So
but
like,
but
uh,
like
high class job. Maybe he's like a CEO or something.
yeah, maybe he was like childhood friends with him or something like that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, fancy seeing you here. They bump into each other, He's like, oh, what are you doing now? This
Yeah,
CEO man, uh, his name will be Mark.
nice.
He's like,
Think, Mark, think.
he's like, oh, I can't believe you're here. Like, oh, I thought you were with Janet. And he's like, oh, she passed away like a few years ago. He's, oh, my condolences. Well,
Rip in peace, bro.
yeah. So, well, you definitely came to the right place for it. You know, like you're not the only sad sap here or whatever. He's just a bit rude,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, okay. Well, he's like, what brings you here? Aren't you like some big shot or whatever? He's like, oh well, you know, I might have all the money in the world, but I still can't find a decent woman. They all just want me for my
Yeah.
money. I'm here for someone who wants me for me. You know,
Okay.
and yeah, so they're like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please, take your seats. I all gave you a number out at the start. Can you please find that corresponding table? And you know the rules. Once you start playing Connect Four, you don't stop. Wait, sorry. Once you start
That's-
playing the game, after that, after you've finished, you have to move tables one to your right Women stay on theirs, and then men move over. Let's go with
Once
that.
you start, you can
Yeah.
never stop. It's like a horror movie where
Or
they're
maybe you've got
stuck playing
like
Connect Four.
maybe there's a time actually. Should you say 5 minutes for the game? Is that
Yeah.
too long? Yeah, let's go with
No,
that
no,
then.
okay.
5 minutes for
Four,
the
four,
game.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4 minutes. Connect four.
Because
Yeah.
symmetry.
And then don't forget this event is sponsored by.
Binging with Babish.
Okay. Vigil
The
with
YouTube
Babish.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a new book out, and we love we'd love to we're promoting it. That's how we get the money for this. So, Connect
Ka-chow.
Four games don't come cheap. So binging with Babish. Thank you very much. 3, 2, 1, start. And there's just a little like montage quickly of like all these different people sitting down.
Yeah.
Some like looking at each other, have like, oh god, what are they? Some like love at first sight. Connect Four pieces are dropping in, and then like some upbeat. I don't know, James. What's that guy called? No, actually, you know what? The bloody upside down. That Curious George
Inside
song.
out.
That starts playing for some reason. I
Oh,
don't know why.
oh, yeah, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't think of the guy's name, but I know who you're on
Yeah,
about.
and all these people are like, yeah, getting into each other, and then finally, two of our main characters cross, and
Okay.
it's Mark and Janet.
No.
And this is the type of guy that Janet despises. Just
Yeah.
got all he cares about is money. He's just a big like jock type of dude. And then she's all like, "Oh hi, nice to meet you." He's like, "Oh, what's up, babe? Yeah, can't believe
Yeah.
a girl like you's in this sort of place." She's like, "Oh, okay, well,
Total fox.
and he just goes, "Oh, so, what do you do?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I work for one of your subsidiary companies, actually." He's
Oh
like,
shit.
"Oh, damn, is that And he just starts listing off company names. She's like, "No, not that one. No, it's actually. Oh, is it this one? No, no, it's. Oh wait, is it this one? No, no, it's
Yeah.
And then like time's ticking down. She keeps seeing it, and she's like, "So anyway, why are you here? Like, what do you aim to get from this?" Oh,
Why are you running?
well, it all started, and this is when it goes into like the first one.
Yeah.
And do you want to take it from here, or should I keep going?
I could go.
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Just give me a shout if there's something that you want.
Yeah, yeah,
You know. All right. So. So it says his name,
yeah,
Mark, right?
yeah,
Cuts back to him at the beginning of the day, and he's like, it's like 6 a.m. and he's like woke up. He's a real like Gary Vaynerchuk rise and grind type of motherfucker. You know?
yeah,
So he's up at like 6 a.m. feeding his dog, and then he's like on his treadmill with like his AirPods in. He's like running.
yeah,
He's like I don't care, Max. Yeah, have that Jefferson report on my desk by 4, or
yeah,
quite frankly, you won't have a job. So he's like running and shit, and then he makes himself like a smoothie and all of that. And then he like drives into the office. Well, his like the big one where he works at.
yeah,
And one of his employees is the one who. So what was her name? The one at the beginning,
Janet.
Jane, Janet,
yeah.
her. You know,
Jane, actually, yeah, it was Jane.
you know, she was
Jane.
she was going to
That's what I
thing.
said. Go on, yeah,
She was going to like that bachelorette party or whatever at the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah. Maybe it's her mate is the one who was like showing off her ring at the office, or something like that, maybe.
yeah,
Because intersecting. And he's just like sat in his office looking out, and he's like, oh, all these people making, so what's all the hullabaloo about?
yeah.
And like he's got like a like played by Tom Holland. He's got like a little assistant that
Oh,
just
yeah.
stands in the corner.
Like, oh, I
He's like,
don't know,
"Oh."
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
You know,
maybe it's just true, like like some real Bob Cratchit type energy.
yeah, love is love. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Well, you need to grow up, sort of thing. You know, love will get you
What's
nowhere. It's power and money. That's what you should care
what?
about. He's like, yeah, but I want to get ahead, but what's the point of getting ahead when you got no one to share it with?
Damn.
He's like,
And he's
get me a coffee. God, oh,
yeah,
it hits home to him. Those
yeah.
words ring in his ears. And sorry, carry on.
No, it's all good. I like that. That was nice. Yeah, you see, he's like stood on his at his like looking out over the city or whatever, and he's like, and then like it cuts back to the date that he's on,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh yeah, no reason really, you know.
Mm.
What about you? You know, what made you decide to start dating?
Wait, before you
Oh
do that, I think
yeah, go back.
each character should
Okay.
have like they all start sitting with the other one, and then they say like, "Oh, this is what." So the time goes up with that one, and then they're like, "All
Mhm.
right, okay, we didn't really get to say much about my but it's whatever."
Yeah.
And then he moves over, and then this is when the other guy sits with her, and then that's when she gives her, side.
Yeah.
So sorry, carry on.
No, it's all Gucci. Thank you. And it's
So
like
then it gives like each one a different sort of view on the
person to.
day or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
So what is it that Janet does again?
She is just like in the office, she doesn't really care about relationships and that, and she's like a loner type, doesn't really want anyone, but her friends keep bugging her to come to this thing. She's like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. Why not? Maybe there might be someone. If not, then I'll just carry on my own way because I don't need that to be fair. So
Mm. Okay. Okay. So I'm just thinking like what would she be doing during the day? Oh, so she like wakes up or something. You say in an office, right?
yeah, she's like works in like an office. I don't know. Maybe she's like an accountant or something.
Yeah. So you see her like just aimlessly just scrolling through Tinder or something like that. You know like when you're just swiping like for the sake of swiping.
Hmm.
So she's just doing that, and she's like, ugh, 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 and she's like, what's the point in any of this? You know, she's quite cynical
Yeah.
as well, but not in that same kind of like, grr, money is the motive, grr.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just
just
like,
like,
yeah, it's bigger fish to fry.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so maybe like so she goes, oh, I'm going on my lunch break or whatever, and she
Hmm.
bumps into Tom Holland in the coffee shop,
Oh,
like getting a coffee for his boss,
yeah.
and they have like a little like meet cute encounter kind of thing,
Oh,
you know.
right.
Um, and then she's like, oh, that went well, but nothing comes of it.
Yeah.
And you see that and then she goes back to the office like with her coffee and her bran muffin or whatever, and you can see it's still like on her mind.
Yeah. Or maybe she might have found something here.
Yeah. And then her friend comes and, hey, bitch, what are you doing
Oh,
tonight? And
yeah.
she's like, what do you mean, huh? Oh, it's just me and some of the girls were thinking about maybe going speed dating tonight, but with a twist. And you're like, and she's like, last time I went speed dating with a twist with you guys, it didn't end well. And she's like, that was so 2 weeks ago. Come on, it would be fun. Plus, it's Connect 4. We all know how much you love Connect 4. And she's like, fine, whatever. What time are you guys gonna be there? And she's like, 8 o'clock. We'll be there at 8. And you see her like get there at 8, and like it smash cuts to her outside on the phone. She's like, where the hell are you guys? And she's like, oh, sorry, we changed our mind last minute. And she's like, what do you mean you changed your mind last minute? I'm stuck here on my own now.
Damn.
And then she's like, well, go on some dates, have fun. And then you just hear her mates in the background like, did she fall for it?
Ah.
Because like they're trying to set her up with someone, but they don't want to be like involved because that seems like effort. So they're just like tricking
Put
her
her
into
here. Yeah.
yeah. And she goes, so yeah, that's how I ended up here.
It's
And
like,
then
oh wow.
it cuts to the guy she's on a date with, and he's like, oh, nice. And then it would go to the next person now, right?
Yeah, which is the
Mm.
guy who moves over. No, yeah, it's the guy from before
Yeah,
who is at the other girl's one, the one who like sleeps around and stuff. And then
yeah.
he goes to her, damn, like, oh, you're so fine. She's like, yo, yeah. Oh, you like me? Oh, then they're like flirting back and forth and all that sort of thing. And he's
Oh
like, God
yeah.
damn, girl, like, you don't need to be here. Look at you, like, oh. And she's like, well, you know, I might. This is exactly what I came here for. And then it cuts back to her day. Should I take this?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Do you want to take it from here?
Okay. So she's like, um, she wakes up in another guy's apartment or whatever,
Nice.
and she's like hungover or whatever. She's like, God damn it! Like, oh, what have I done here? And so she obviously she works at the same place as that guy as Janet as well, and like you see the girl like showing her ring off and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe, and then uh she she just like crawls into a space or whatever, and then all she hears is like later on, maybe she came in late actually, or something. I don't know. And that's when she hears, "What are you doing tonight? Like, you want to go speed
Yeah.
dating?"
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I guess that's my plans for tonight then," because she wasn't maybe into it or whatever. So then she's like, she looks at her phone, and she's got a text from this guy. He's like, "I loved last night. That's great. Like, when can I see you again?" Delete number, delete messages. That's it. She's like, oh, I don't need this. And like she just goes on maybe let's say Instagram, and she's like just scrolling through, and then she stops on one, and she sees like a guy with like this girl. They're like, he's holding a baby maybe, and then she's like clicks on his account. Like he's got loads of photos, scrolls down a bit, and then like there's still a picture of her and him. And that's
Okay.
when she just closes the app, and she's like, oh god damn it. She just throws her phone. And then it cuts back to the guy. He's like, wait, 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 why are you telling me about this dude? Like, she's like, I don't know what. I guess it was important to my day. Is maybe why I'm more here. You know, he's happy, so you know maybe I want that now.
Yeah.
After he hurt me, and he's just like, forget all that noise. Like, listen, it sounded awesome what you were doing this morning, like, with that
Yeah.
guy, and you just deleted his number like it was nothing. Oh, girl, if I could be like you, oh my god. And she's like, huh, yeah, well, you know. And then like the buzzer goes, and he's like, yeah, I want another one. Come on, man.
You
Today I'm just racking them all up today.
just
Oh,
got
love it.
pwned
Yeah,
by some shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when our final guy like goes up to her, and he's like, instantly, he's like, whoa, like this girl, she's amazing. He just love at first sight sort of thing for him. He's like, damn. But obviously, with her track record, you know, those two together, ooh, it might not work out. So,
Yeah.
and then everyone's like, okay, we're coming to our last round of games. Don't forget to buy Binging with Bavish's new book, sponsoring our event. That's Binging with Bavish.
You just see him like just
Yeah.
waving. To
And so she's like, oh, hey. He's like, oh, I'm Eric. Yeah, nice to meet you, Eric. I'm Sarah. So, what brings you here? And he was like, oh, well, it's actually kind of sad, you know. And he just goes through his backstory. His wife, she's passed, and he's finally like his one's a bit longer because it's going through all these days of him like kind of being.
like yeah,
You know, it goes through. It's like the bit in the start of Up sort of thing, with like going
yeah,
through
yeah,
all their happy life, and then like all of a sudden. it just all comes to a stop, and she's
The
like,
bitch dead.
yeah, she's gone, and then he's like, maybe she died in like a childbirth or something, and he's like, oh, she was having the baby, and he lost the baby and his wife, and it was so sad. All he
Oh,
wanted was a family,
Cameron.
and
Damn.
he's like, he's finally like come to grips of being. He's in a good place, and he's like, this is the only way I'm gonna do it. He's not really good with technology. Maybe he doesn't really, use all those dating sites. He doesn't trust them and all that. And he's like, yeah. So my good buddy, played by Jonah Hill, let's say, he
Nice.
comes in, and he drops some like knowledge. He's like, when are you gonna get over it, man? You've been inside all this time. I've missed you at like insert random sport practice here,
Yeah.
and like,
Volleyball.
yeah, we used to play like volleyball together, man. It used to be so awesome. And he's like, oh, I haven't got time for all that again. He's like, no, come on, you need to get out. You need to experience the world again, man. Stop sitting here like you're some uh, sad sap. Come on,
Some
dude.
cotton head ninny muggins.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, go out there. I guarantee you'll find someone who's gonna make you as happy as she did.
Damn.
And he's like, so yeah, that's how I really came here, because I feel like this is gonna be the place. I love Connect Four, and she's kind of like, she's kind of like trying not to laugh, because like,
Yeah.
he's just dropped like all this massive thing on it. And she's like, oh damn. He's like, yeah, I just want to go on like a decent date with someone. Maybe this will be the start of something good. And she's like, oh yeah, maybe. And
That maybe was such a no.
well,
yeah, maybe, yeah.
she like what she does. So the thing's over, right? And they were like, so Mark writes down pretty much everyone, right?
Okay.
Sarah kind of does the same, but she goes to put Mark in. She's like, nah, forget that. Like, he's too. Even for me,
It's too,
that's
like, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she puts down the other guy, and so Eric, and Eric puts her down. He's like, it's the only one he's really put down.
Mm.
And Janet puts down. She like gets confused and forgets people's names and that.
Mm.
And she just puts, oh, what was that guy's name? Was it Mark? And she puts down Mark anyway, but she doesn't realize she put him down.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean.
And then, so it's like, okay, well, remember, we'll contact you in like 2 days with all the people who said they liked you, and you can say if you want their number or not. And if you both put each other down, then we just send you the number straight on the spot. So hope you all find something in 2 days, and don't forget, binge with Babish, buy his new book. All these beautiful recipes, 10 to 12. Yeah, love that. So then they all go off, do their own thing for like 2 days. They're all like, maybe there's a little montage of them like looking at the phones, waiting to see if they've got like the message or whatever, see if the stuff comes through. And then finally happens. You see all their phones like light up and stuff. They all like scramble for it. Maybe like Janet's like, ugh, I don't really care, what is this? She sees like here's your match, and then it's got like M ... and she's like, oh well, whatever, I'll check it out later. Eric sees his and he's like, perfect match, Connect 4 or whatever. Yeah. Him and Sarah. And then Mark's one was like, we had to limit yours a bit. His text is like different from everyone else's. Thank you for using Connect 4 service. We had to limit you a little bit because you put down a lot, but here's the ones that seem to be into you the most. And he's obviously got Janet in there. So then he calls up Janet. And she's like, okay. Jesus Christ, here's the phone. Someone's obviously got me. He's like, hey, Janet, right? Oh, I remember you. You're the one who said you worked like in my company. She's like, oh, for God's sake. yeah, that's me. What's up? And he's like, oh, why don't we go on another date tonight? You know, like, so obviously we had something there. If you put my number down, I put your number down. So
Yeah.
how about me, you, breadsticks, seven
What it
o'clock?
do, shouty?
And then they're like, she's like, yeah, no, she goes, oh, I don't know, I've got, and like her friends like peering over, like, yes, do it, go. Is that from the thing? Yeah, go, do it. You need this. And she's like, oh, yeah, sure, why not? 7 o'clock, yeah. He's like, oh, epic, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, cool. 7 o'clock, breadsticks. I'll meet you there. Awesome. And then her mate she goes, ah, got a date. I can't believe it. And she's like, I'm only going on this because I want to prove to you how like
Wrong.
stupid all this is and how you don't need someone and all that. And yeah, we'll get to the other two quick in a bit because I realize we're like kind of pressing for time here, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run
Oh
through this
shit.
quite
Yeah.
quick.
Okay. Yeah.
So they go on their date and she gets there first, and when he arrives like maybe 10 minutes late, he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to." And then like his assistant comes trailing behind Tom Holland. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like he runs in, like, "Oh, sir, you forgot your wallet in the car. I got it." And then she like locks eyes with him. She's like, "Oh my god, that's him. Oh,
There's
he's
a
the one
guy
for the."
I like.
And she's like, "Oh, who was that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's just my stupid assistant, you know." It's like crazy, you know. He's got like all these thoughts, and you know how the young kids are these days, all that. And she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we seem about the same age," and he's like, "Don't worry, forget about that." Anyway, we're here for each other, you know. And the date, it doesn't really go well, you know. She's like, but she knows now. She knows that this is his assistant. He
Okay.
works with Tom Holland, and maybe she's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe if I'm with him, or like I go on a couple dates with him, maybe I can
Get closer
find my
to.
way to old Tom. And so she's like, oh, maybe I'll call you. Maybe we can do something else, and maybe has your assistant got like a girlfriend? Maybe we can go on a double
Yeah.
date. And he's like, nah, he doesn't know
That
anything. But
that schmuck.
I might bring him along just to show him how a real man does it. You know, he's
Yeah.
shadowing me, so you know. And she's like, oh yeah, yeah, maybe,
Yeah. Say
maybe,
less, cuz. Say
yeah.
less.
And so that date's finished, and then it goes to Eric, and he sees that it's a match, it's a double match or whatever.
Mm.
Connect
Oh
Four,
Jesus.
sponsored by Binging with Babish at
sorry,
the end of
sorry.
the thing,
It
in the
gets
middle
me
of it.
every time.
And so he's like, oh, maybe I'll give her a call. And he's like, oh, hey, is this Sarah? And she's like, yeah. He's like, hi, this is Eric from the Connect Four thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, Eric, I remember you. You're the one with the dog, right? She's like, no, I was the one who liked volleyball. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, Eric, the wife, the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connect Four. Yeah. How's it going? He's like, oh, decent. It said we were Connect Four. You know. So maybe you wanted to go on a date with me somewhere to eat. He's like, yeah, sure, a date sounds good. He's like, tonight? She's like, yeah, tonight, we can do tonight, sure, 7 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I, you have to excuse me, I haven't really done this in a while. She's like, yeah. So, do you want to go to Breadsticks? Is is
Fucking
that a
everyone's just
place?
a breadstick.
Yeah.
Breadsticks
I'm pretty
is
sure that's from something
breadstick.
else.
Yeah, breadsticks is the restaurant they all go to in Glee.
That's it.
Have you watched Glee recently?
No, I
didn't want to
haven't,
say
but it
anything.
just came in my head.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in the same universe, whatever. So, yeah, it's like breadsticks. Yeah, let's go there. And he's like, "Oh, I did it! I finally got." Maybe he's like, with Jonah Hill. They've gone to get ice cream or something. He's experiencing the world again. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, this is amazing. You know, you're gonna go there. You're gonna get married or whatever. You're gonna love each other. He's like, well, I don't know about all that. You know, let's see how this date goes first. So fast forward to the date, and he's like there, like 40, not 45 minutes before, 15 minutes before. I was thinking at 6:45 he was there.
Yeah.
And he was like making sure he was perfect, sit up straight, you know, making sure the table's all right. Like, oh, can you you know, just make sure everything's on me. He's just being he's trying to be the perfect guy.
Yeah.
And
He's
she
putting too
like,
much pressure. Yeah.
yeah, rocks up. She like sits down. She's like, hey, Eric, how's it going? Maybe she's like a little bit tipsy or whatever. And this is like scary for him. He's like, oh god. He's like proper nervous. And then she's like, "Oh, I can tell. You know, this isn't my first. This is my first rodeo. I can tell when a guy's really nervous and all that." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, you know, it's been a while, and I really like you.
You,
You know,
you're just so pretty.
yeah, you're really beautiful, and I haven't seen anyone like you since. Well,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's, that's
I just want to make sure everything works all right, you know, and I just want to make you feel comfortable, and I want to be comfortable." And she's like, this like hits her in the heart a bit. She's like, "Oh my god, I haven't heard a guy like say that to me in ages."
ever. Yeah.
Like,
Shit becomes real.
yeah, and she's like, "Oh, um, you know," she went into this thinking, "Oh, this is just gonna be an easy bang for me. Maybe like steal his wallet or something, you know,
Yeah.
or
I'll have this
take
nerd
advantage."
eating out of my hands.
Yeah,
Kinda.
and then she's like, "Whoa, this hits her differently," you know, and she's
He's
like,
kind of cute.
yeah. And then she like kind of stops drinking for the night. She's like, all right, let me get to know you. Like, who are you? Like, I.
Phone was up real quick or something. I realised that was a really loud spike on the thing just out of nowhere. So I apologise.
I was
to
like,
the
what the
listeners.
hell?
I saw you just jump and you're like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
So she's like, yeah, let me get to know you. Like, I don't want to know about who you were before. I want to know who you are now.
Now. Yeah.
And they just get to talking and they hit it off really well. And normally she's like, she just expects someone to go, yeah, back to my place. And he's like, oh yeah, I really want to see you again at some point this week.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you're not gonna invite me back to your place? He's like, oh, am I supposed to? She's like, I mean, not really. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like leaving it like
Yeah.
this. I really want to see you again too.
Yeah.
And then it's like, they're like, okay, see you soon. And then like those two, you can tell something's really blossoming. Compared to the other one,
Yeah.
it's like, nah,
It's
nah.
some real cute shit.
Boom,
The other two, yeah.
smash cut. I was gonna like do a massive like time jump here,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it's like maybe 3 months later, you know. It goes to Janet, and maybe not 3 months later, maybe like a year later. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how time works in these films.
Yeah, it would
But
let's say a year.
but what I'm going for here is they're all gonna sort of meet again at a wedding,
Okay.
and I think it's gonna be Eric and Sarah's wedding,
Okay. Yeah.
and they like really hit it off, and like the boss is there, Janet's gonna be there, and Tom Holland's gonna be there as well, and I'll let.
He's Tommy H.
But yeah, I've set the scene. I'll let you reel it in.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
I,
Did you want to take it? But you're doing really so well.
all right, fine.
I don't
It's
want to
fine.
kill. I
Yeah,
don't want to kill
just
you.
chime in if you got anything then.
Yeah.
So
I will.
she's like that same friend who keeps like peering over and like boosting her up. She's all like, "Oh, you going to Sarah's wedding? I can't believe she was gonna get." She was like the last person I thought would get married. You know, I thought
Yeah.
it'd definitely be you within the year. She's
She's
like,
such a
"Oh."
little schlag.
Yeah.
No, I kid. Sorry.
Like I can't believe that Eric dude is finally like, it's like sorted her out. Like it's crazy. It's like yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing what
What true love does.
like words can do and all that. And she's like, she still like doesn't care. She tried like using the whole Mark thing and it didn't work. It just didn't work. And she's like, she felt really bad about using him as well for it. Maybe like if if we had more time, you know, there'd be like a scene in there where it's like she finally comes to her senses. She's like, "Hey, I don't want to do this. You know, I'm just using you. Can I
To get
get
to
your assistant's number?" He's like,
yeah,
he'd at that point he would just break down, and it would be like a complete like shift in his character, and it'd be like, I can't believe it. Like, I actually liked you. You know, like
yeah.
this was gonna be my actual
Oh
ticket out and all that.
no,
You
not
know,
my guy,
yeah,
not Mark.
that those kind of scenes when like it's a complete tonal shift of their character and you actually feel sorry for them. I'm a
Yeah,
sucker for those.
yeah.
And
It's like the one F bomb in the movie and the
yeah, he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, like I loved you. Well, maybe he didn't say that, but I thought you were the one.
Mark,
And it's like I'm not even gonna give you the satisfaction of like having his
not
number
Mark.
because yeah. And she's like, oh god, she feels really bad about it, and that for her is the nail in the coffin. That's for him's the nail in the coffin. They both think love is dead.
Yeah,
She's killed it for him, and like she put it to rest for him, and she saw that as well, and she's like, maybe I'm the issue. You know, maybe nobody wants me because of how I treat people and all that. Blah blah blah.
fucking crazy that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And so she's like, yeah, I'll go. Maybe like, and
Yeah.
she's like, oh, you bringing a +1? She's like,
Yeah. Oh, maybe she brings
piss
her
off,
sister.
Patricia, bro. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Could do. Yeah, maybe,
Oh,
maybe like a
oh,
maybe she's got like a niece or a nephew who's like they're like a really young actor or something, and they but they've got like loads of wisdom.
yeah.
You know them ones is
Like,
like
Chloe Grace Moretz in
exactly
500 Days of Summer. Yeah, I know
yeah,
what you mean.
and she's like still a kid, and you can see that, but it's just like comes out with these like with loads of knowledge, and she's like, what?
Yeah.
How are you?
Like
Maybe she meets with like every single character in the film like some way,
Yeah.
and like she pops up every now and then. And she's like, hey, like you know, stop it. Put your life straight or whatever. I don't know. Coming from this random 9-year-old at the parks, like Eric sits next to her, and she's like, "Your dead wife, forget her."
Your wife is dead. Forget about it. Forget
Oh.
sleeping with the fishes.
Okay, no, let's take it back. Let's. It was going. It was
Okay.
all nice there. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, she goes to this wedding, and um, Mark's there, and he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she would come here, or maybe like he's found someone actually.
Yeah.
He's like finally found someone, and yeah, he's like, oh, I finally like it took you to help me finally like truly like take a step back and look at the world and look at myself. You know, I've changed a lot of things about me, and yeah, I've actually met someone. You know, she's actually not from here, from where the movie's set or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
she's like
Philadelphia. Oh.
she's like they're long distance or whatever, and who
Okay.
knows, it could be catfish or whatever, but no, probably not. Let's say no, because she's like he holds up an iPad and she's like, hey, I'm Margaret or whatever, and she's like really
He's walking
over the
around
top, and
this wedding with a fucking iPad.
yeah,
She's
he's
on
like, this is my +1. You're
FaceTime.
like, nice to meet you. And she's like, oh, I'm really happy for you, you know, like how we left things, it wasn't great, and I'm glad you
Yeah.
bounced back from that. So he's happy, and then like so she's like walking around just like seeing who she knows, and then she bumps into Jonah Hill, and he's like, oh hey, nice
Yeah,
to
yeah.
meet you. How do you know these guys? You know, I'm the best man, you know, if it wasn't for
Yeah.
me they wouldn't have been together or whatever. And she's like, oh well,
Cool.
you know, uh yeah, I'm just a friend and all that. He's like, oh, that's great, you know. Oh, you know, I've been meaning to like go out and meet someone. Hey, you want to go on a date sometime? She's like, yeah, and I
No.
appreciate you for shooting your shot, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And then like um all you see is like Mark
Oh, oh.
go back over. Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say maybe. Wait, I don't know what way you're going, but are you gonna have it like Tom Holland walk in?
Sort of thing, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say maybe you have her go. Oh yeah, I'm not really dating right now,
Yeah. And then he
and
walks
then
in.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, that's a shame."
Well, what I was gonna do was
Okay.
so like it goes back to Mark. He's like, "Oh, baby, oh, one sec. I need to just there's something I need to do." And then
Yeah.
he like goes through and like pulls her out of this situation. She's like, "Oh, hey, uh, can you just come with me? There's someone I'd like you to meet." She's like, "Oh, what?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." It's like, don't worry, I hear he's like coming into your branch now, and yeah, I think you two will get really along. He's gonna be the new manager in that, but yeah. So it's just something I meant to do a while ago, and I took it really pay. But hey, Tom, come here. What? What?
It was just Tom. Yeah.
He's like really clumsy or whatever. That's his whole character thing. He's like, oh,
That's his
almost
shtick.
like drops his wedding cake or whatever. Ha! It's just all that
Yeah.
love and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, oh, hey. And they have a moment like, hey. And this is the love has finally returned to her eyes. You can see
Yeah.
she's like, I could believe in love again. And then it's
Do
like
you believe in love after love?
yeah, I was gonna say there's a nice song which shows up, but then it's like ting 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 ting.
Yeah.
The final message of the films comes from Sarah and Eric, and they're like, you know, love is mysterious. Sometimes you think you're in a row, you're gonna go somewhere, and then there's a block. Go on.
And like while this is going on, like it cuts to like flashbacks throughout the film. Like
Yeah.
so maybe you see like Eric with his wife when they were younger, and
Mm.
then like other. It's just like it's a happy montage. This is the
Yeah.
montage that we have to include
Yeah.
of just
And it's
yeah.
like,
Sorry.
yeah, you put some pieces in one place, and you think that's where life's gonna end up, but then there's always some other piece that might block the road. But all in
Yeah.
all, at the end of the day, it's all just one big game of Connect Four. You know?
You fucking. I so didn't see that coming. I forgot. I forgot we were doing Connect Four. I genuinely thought we were just doing some like generic Love Actually type bullshit. And then you said Connect Four. And I went, oh Jesus Christ!
Did you not see? I was trying to plot. It was like you drop one piece in, and then another piece comes.
No, that's what I'm saying. I missed it completely.
Oh, and yeah. The band plays out, and it just zooms out. That kind of wide angle, and
Yeah.
Connect Four.
And then there's a banner, and it's like, oh, happy wedding day to Eric and Sarah.
Yeah.
And in the corner, it just says, catered by binging with Babbage.
Oh, this has been one of my favorites in a while. I can't lie.
That got me, man. That fucking guy. I so didn't see that coming.
Because it's not been about Connect Four in any way possible.
No.
I think it's been the furthest from like
from
out of all the ones we've done. This has been like
the furthest from the source material.
Yeah, the only way it's connected to it is like in the beginning, and then that speech at the end.
Let's take a look for Knives Out, Hereditary, Inside Out, Polar Express, Fozzie Gump, Black Swan, Mr. Incorporated, Twilight. Twilight was quite far from.
Yeah, but at least we still use the same sort of characters.
That is true.
And
that is also true.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this has got it's been a long one today, but it's been one of my favorites, and
yeah, let's read it.
So, as always, if you've enjoyed, please give us a share around, tell your friends, maybe give us a follow on all our socials. That Real Podcast or Reinventing the Real on most major platforms. And as always, I've been Cameron,
and I've been Curtis.
See you next week, man.
I'll see you next week, man.